So I've decided to answer the question that nobody's asked. And that's what happens when you match it to bond with the Scrawny Nag. And it's surprisingly a difficult question to answer because the only way it can upgrade to bond is if you're feeding it. So petting it, slapping it, tying it to a pole, yeah, brushing it, none of it does anything. The only way you can actually level it up is by feeding it. And the problem with that lies with every time you feed it, it brings up the bond points by 1. And to bring it from level nothing to level 1, as you can see here, it takes 50 points. So you gotta feed it 50 times. And the unfortunate part of that is from level 1 to level 2, it takes 200. So, yeah, it takes a long fucking time, on top of the fact that it's like, it cost me about 300 to bring it up to level 4. Bringing the bond from 0 to 1 doesn't change anything, so the stats, nothing changes, and you don't get any sort of ability out of it. But from level 1 to level 2, you actually unlock the ability to be able to parallel park the horse on top of its stats actually increases, if you take a look here. I didn't include it here, but going from bond level 2 to level 3 increases the stats further, but it doesn't give you any abilities. Any new abilities anyway. And from 3 to 4, you can start Tokyo drifting with the horse, and it increases the stats even further. Actually, to the point where it's a competent horse. It actually is. But what makes this kind of difficult is the fact that if at any point you make the horse reset or respawn, so if somebody kills your horse, if you go into a changing room, if you go into a stable at any point, your horse's bond will reset back down to 0. No, not the progress to the next bond level, the whole thing. So, and I only know that because when I had the horse at bond level 1, I decided to bring it to the stable so I could buy a brush and see if brushing it would increase the bond. But because the nag was the only horse I had, I couldn't buy a fucking brush. And yeah, when I came back out and called over the horse was at bond level 0. But because you can only increase the bond level with food, I figured maybe if you matched it to bond level, it would somehow evolve from Scrawny Nag to something else. I don't know, to me it made sense and it made me curious. I also want to give a quick shout out to everybody that's in this lobby that's not gonna ever see this. But yeah, thanks for not killing me, because this process took me about 3 hours. And if I would have died at any point, like on my way to bond tier 4, whatever you want to call it, then that would have reset it the horse, and it would have been back down to 0. And a special thanks to Rockstar too for having the server stay alive for that long. So I went into the stable. I even brought the horse with me, as like, I don't know, maybe that'll make a difference. And now we're gonna see the moment of truth. But unfortunately, the truth kind of hurts, because that entire experience was a waste of fucking time and money. Just nothing stuck. This whole shebang was a waste of fucking time. Thank you, have a great day.